What does it mean to be a leader, and how do you become a leader?
Well, there's a whole debate: are leaders born or are they developed? The first thing I would tell you about leader and leadership is the leader is the servant. Leadership is fundamentally about servantship. So if you're not willing to serve, then you're never going to be a leader. You'll be an authority figure who's got different powers through regulations or things that are law or something like that, or you're given to you by the position you hold. Uh, but the leadership is fundamentally about servantship. If you're going to lead, you're going to spend a lifetime of serving. I mean, that's just the bottom line. The greatest leaders, you could Nelson Mandela. You pick Martin Luther King. Guys like George Washington, Abe Lincoln. You pick these guys. I mean, Abraham Lincoln didn't want to deal with what he was dealt with. I mean, nobody does. But you look at these people who ended up leading, tens of millions of people, and have a legacy where their example still causes people to do the next right thing. It's quite remarkable. I look at these people and aspire to be like them. Many of them. So that's the first answer to your question. What is leadership, and what is the leader? Just one add on to that. Leadership is a values-based activity. Leadership is a values-based activity. So to lead, you must tell the truth. All right, you can fool the fans 24/7. You can't fool the players. All right. So to lead, you need to tell the truth. All right. You're not blowing smoke on the people that you're around and getting away with it. Okay. It just doesn't happen. And I'm telling you, in combat, you tell the truth, you serve, you put yourself out there, and people will follow you. You don't do that, people aren't going to follow you anywhere. And so, you have, in the word leader and leadership are probably two words that are thrown around so loosely, because somebody has a position of power, we ascribe leadership to them. You can have a position of power and do no leadership, not demonstrate any attribute of a leader. And again, the difference between a leader and an authority figure is that leadership is a values-based activity. Authority figures aren't constrained by values and telling the truth, right? So you have an authority figure on one hand, and you have a leader on the other hand. It's not to say that a leader can't be in a position of authority. They are often, obviously. I mean, you have to be I think to be a great leader, you have to be surrounded by great leaders. I think, I was raised up by a lot of great leaders. And I saw what they did. I tried to emulate what they did. The Bible tells us all we need to know about leadership. It's the greatest leadership book that's ever been written. People have made millions of dollars off of the fundamental principles that have come out of the Bible, and it's kind of repurposed and repackaged. Getting back to the foundations, is really important. So, to be a great leader, I mean, you got to study it. You got to study great leaders, and it really does take professional development. Some leaders have more of an aptitude for it, and some people have more of an aptitude for leadership. But it can definitely be taught. I mean, I served in an army for almost 4 decades, where you see people come out of all different circumstances, many of which didn't have them in those individuals in leadership positions. But after about 3 years, you develop a young man or woman, who can lead others and lead themselves effectively.
Are you a great leader?
That's for other people to decide. I will tell you every day, I get up and I try to serve. Um, I think is to the degree in which I serve really, determines, how effective I am as a leader. I've never asked anybody to do anything I wasn't willing to do myself. I think that's fundamentally what leaders, ought to do. You carry the same load that the people that you're working with carry. And I think if you do those things, you demonstrate attributes that lend themselves to being an effective leader. But my lifetime, at the end of the day, we will be measured by others relative to whether I was a good leader or a bad leader. I just know every single day I try to get up and be the best leader I can be.